In this video we're going to be updating OpenCart to the latest version, and to do this we need to go to OpenCart.com and from there go to the download, and we scroll down the page just a little bit to the downloads here. We can see the latest version is always at the top here. The latest version is 1.5.6.1, so we click on this to download. Now as you can see down here it's downloading to a zip file, so we're going to need to unzip that somewhere, and I'm going to unzip it to my desktop. I'm going to go into my downloads folder, and here's my downloads folder, and here we can see OpenCart version 1.5.6. so I'll just drag that to my desktop. Then I'll go out to my desktop. So here it is in my desktop, so I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to open with Windows Explorer, and here is the folder, so I'll just drag that back across here to my desktop. And here it is in my desktop, 1.5.6.1. Here's my older version here, 1.5.6. Now we're going to be updating this via FTP software called FileZilla. If you don't already have FileZilla, just click on the link and it'll basically bring you over to the FileZilla website, and you need to download and install FileZilla. For further details on FileZilla and using FileZilla, you can refer back to my manual install of OpenCart. That shows you a little bit more there on FileZilla. Now before we do anything else, it's quite important just to go in here to the system and down to backup and restore. So before updating, just make sure we back up everything. So everything here ticked, and click over here on backup. So it's now being downloaded as an SQL file to our downloads folder, and from there we can save it. Next we actually need to delete a couple of files out of the latest version of OpenCart. We don't want to overwrite the config files, so we have to go in to OpenCart and double click on the upload folder. So we need to delete the config PHP. So in the uploads folder here, the config-dist file here, so we just click on that and delete it. And also in the admin folder, the config-dist folder needs to be deleted. Now we're ready to upload via FTP, so we can close this down. We then open up our FileZilla. For anyone who's not familiar with FileZilla, this whole area here is the files and folders on your computer, and this whole area here is your website's files and folders. So we've got to connect basically our website, so we do this by entering our details here in these fields, or we can go to the file site manager and create a new site. So enter our host name, our port number, our username and our password here, and click connect. We need to make sure that we're in our public HTML folder, and my domain here is just a temporary domain called demo, just for the purpose of showing you how to update via FTP. What you need to do is make sure you're always in your public _ HTML folder, or your root directory as it's also known. Next you simply go to your location on your own computer where you have stored your OpenCart, and here is my OpenCart version 1.5.6. so I go in to that by clicking on it, and into the uploads folder I click on it, and basically all these folders are going to be transferred across. So what I do here is I click on my top folder here, admin, hold down my shift button, click on the bottom one, and that has all the files selected. Now I simply drag them all across and let go of my mouse, and it says here overwrite, so we're going to always use this action and apply to the current queue only, and click OK. Now as you'll see, the files are uploading. There's quite a few of them, so I'll just pause the video here and I'll skip to the end of it. We're uploaded here. The place we need to go is over to our domain, put a /install, INSTALL, hit enter, and we come to this screen here. And now here the first thing we see is a list of 6 things to do, and basically it's asking us to post any upgrade script error problems in the forums, and what they're basically telling us to do is to go in here to our forums, which is the support forum here, and click on this. It brings us over to OpenCart's support forum, and if we have problems here, a lot of the time we can already see the answers in the forums here to the problems from other other users. And also it's telling us again to clear our browser. Then we're told to load our admin page, which is our normal admin page, firas.com/admin, and hold down the control button at the bottom left of the keyboard, and while holding it down press the F5 button twice, and that forces the browser to update the CSS changes. Next we have to go to admin, and then from admin go to users and user groups, edit the top administrator group. To do this I'll just show you now what they mean by that. So we go to admin, this is our admin. From here we go to system, users and user groups. From here we edit the top administrator and we just make sure that everything is selected. So we just unselect all and then select all again and click save. Next we go to the admin again and edit the main system settings, and we have to update all fields and click save even if nothing seems to have changed there. So we go to the system settings and edit this one, and we just go through our tabs, basically make sure our system is set up the way we had it initially set up, and then we click save. Next, now in item 6 we've got to load our storefront, our normal domain name, and again press Ctrl and F5 twice. This will clear the cascading style sheet changes. After we've done steps 1 to 6 we click continue here, and we're met with our congratulatory page saying that our OpenCart has been updated, and don't forget to delete your installation directory. Now to delete the installation directory we're going to have to go into either our control panel and delete the file manually, or just use FileZilla and delete the file manually through FileZilla. So at FileZilla here, making sure that we're in our public HTML folder, we're just going to look for the installation directory and delete it. So we may need just to refresh this page, and by doing that we just go back into the public HTML folder and then go forward again into our store folder. So here you can see the install directory here. Right click on that and click delete. Now when that's done we can just go back over here. After checking everything to make sure everything's okay, the next thing we want to do if we do have a problem is to restore. Earlier on we made a backup, now we're just going to restore it. So system and backup and restore. Now the file is still here in my downloads folder, so I can select the file there and click restore here. Now as you can see it's uploading and it's waiting now for startonlinehere.com, and there we have it. We've got our success message here. You successfully imported your database. So that's it for upgrading via FTP.